Hey, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to take you back to my childhood memories and we are going to recreate Diamondhead from Ben 10.
Here goes!
So what can this guy do?
I don't know, but I bet it's gonna be cool.
So in today's video, I will take you through my process on how I created the entire video. Here is what we will need in order to accomplish this shot. Obviously, we need to record ourselves and then we need to find a 3D model of Diamondhead, optimize it to look realistic, and then we need to animate it, and then we need to composite the entire thing together to make it look awesome. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. So for this video, we went into the forest and Enzo recorded me using the Panasonic S1H camera handheld, so it actually has a lot of motion in there because that's what you want when you're going to be tracking your shot. I also placed my Insta360 One X2 in the scene so I could capture 360 images at multiple exposure levels, which I can then combine later on in Photoshop into an AGRI image. This is going to be my lighting from my environment so I can get realistic looking visual effects in my 3D software. After that, I brought everything in Adobe After Effects and I have my first shot here where I'm actually acting that the watch is opening up, and actually to achieve the effect of the watch coming out, you might think it's 3D, but I actually cheated it because we only see it in the front angle, so I just drew a simple shape around my watch. I tracked the 2D location of the watch using my tracking tools in Adobe After Effects, and then on the shape I just added a gradient to make it look like it's some sort of metal, but it also has some kind of depth to it. I then just parented it to my watch and I just made it come out and using a mask where it's actually coming out from. So it's as simple as that. And I also used a green solid on top of that, which is going to be my display of the watch. And I added a perfect glow to that to make it look shiny. So yeah, it's a little cheat on the watch, but that's because I wanted to concentrate more on the Diamondhead part. And anyway, I think it did the job well. So then I slam into my watch, I cut my video right there, and I go to a spot where Enzo is recording the environment with having in mind that Diamondhead is going to be standing there. So also keeping in mind that he will be taller than me, so we have a wider angle. So for this next part, I'm just going to 3D camera track it, and then I'm going to set a ground plane, and then I'm going to export this tracking data to Cinema 4D. Now comes the time that we need to find a 3D model. And speaking of 3D models, if you enjoy 3D modeling or creating environments, Over.ai is currently having a really awesome competition. All you have to do is design a cool 3D environment using their online 3D builder tool and just upload to their platform to participate. All the links will be in the description below. The participation in the contest is completely for free and open for everyone. You get to upload your experiences and show your 3D projects to the world. So in my opinion, even if you have basic understanding of 3D, their builder is super easy to use, so why not just take your chance and join their giveaway? It's completely for free and there is a lot of money for grabs, so why not give it a try, and you can even fine-tune your skill in the meantime. Alright, so without further ado, let's get back to the video. Now it's time for us to find a 3D model online. I found this really cool Diamondhead model online and it's free, and I think it's gonna do the job just fine. I'm going to import that in Cinema 4D, but I am going to modify this quite a bit. I want to first optimize my entire model, and I'm also going to retexture it completely. So for some parts I will need to do some UV mapping because I want to be able to paint on his body to get a more original look of his clothing. Then I'm going to apply all my textures. I actually used Redshift render engine in order to do my final render here. While I'm texturing, it's also really important to have an AGRI environment. So the photos that I took for the AGRI, I'm going to convert them in Photoshop and then import them as an AGRI environment for my 3D scene. That way my lighting is going to be as close as possible as on location, and I also get really nice reflections, which is going to help me a lot while I'm texturing this Diamondhead. Once I'm done, I need to start animating it, and I wanted to give it a really cool animation. Either we can use a motion capture suit, which we actually have lying around and we used it in other videos, but I thought why not try a different route where everybody can join in who doesn't have a suit. So if you are looking for 3D animations, Mixamo.com, you might already have heard of it, is a really popular place to find your animations. So all you have to do here is upload your 3D model, then it's going to automatically rig it for you, and then you can just search one of their animations in their library and then apply that to your model. it's going to come out quite alright, as you can see, so we have a pretty cool result. Now you can download your model and import it back in Cinema 4D. All I'm going to do here is optimize my animation just a little bit more, because you can see these spikes on the back. That's, for example, something that you don't always have with characters, and it doesn't stick, or it's a little bit loose. So all I have to do is re-weight my character a little bit. So I'm going to optimize this animation also, and then I'm going to place it in my scene. Then I'm going to export all these separate passes, and I'm going to composite everything in After Effects. So in After Effects, I just imported my original background and then imported all these different passes, so I have full custom control over how I want it to look in the end. And so now we have a Diamondhead in our scene dancing around. How cool is that? I didn't know Diamondhead had great moves like that. Alright, so once we're done here, I have the first part where I'm opening the watch and I slam it. So here I want a big, bright, glowing green color to appear, so kind of a flare. And for the flare, I'm actually going to be using optical flares, which is a plugin from Video Copilot, but it's really powerful for creating flares. Of course, feel free to do this in any way you would like, but I'm going to have it appear when I slam the watch and then make it so big and bright that you can't see the entire screen. And then I'm going to slowly scale it back down so it disappears in the actual logo of Ben 10 as Diamondhead. So that way I have the entire transformation in a pretty easy way. And that's about it. Now I can transform in Ben 10. Enjoy! Alright, so if you enjoyed that, definitely give this video a like and maybe subscribe for more videos, and definitely hit the notification bell so you stay notified when I upload new videos. Apart from that, I'm going to leave you with another video of mine so you can continue your VFX journey. You can check that out right here, and I'll hope to see you in the next one. Until then, create epic videos.